Hi everyone and welcome back. You may wonder where I am today. This is my orchid space. This is not an orchid room, it's a gym. It's a gym where my husband trains almost every day, and I'm allowed to have this south-facing window where I keep my orchids. It's very difficult for me to film this because, you know, I have the light on the back of the orchids. Last year you would have seen many more of them, but yeah, I had some, let's say, problems during last summer, so I neglected most of them, and of course they died. Let's see. Okay, well, I have these lights, these bulbs on 10 hours a day. They are on a timer. It's not very fancy here. You can see the timer here. And I have some cattleyas. Yeah, the roots are growing. I have in holly clay pots. I have my cherry baby. With a spike. I have dying, okay, let's say rescue phals. This one, it was a Bellina, and she lost all her leaves, but now she's putting out some leaves. I don't know if she can make it. As you can see, there are some damages due to slugs. This is I'm not sure. They gave it to me many years ago, and in 2 years she grew these 3 pseudobulbs and many roots. She looks quite happy. No flowers yet. Another small cattleya. These are all rescued, usually from my sister. This is a small cattleya that I have repotted, one from my niece. And here we have another one from my niece. Here we have many phals recovering. Here's the temperature and humidity. I don't know why this morning is so cold in here. Here I have more phals. This is a little keiki of an equestris. Here I have a keiki of a Dendrobium nobile. He's growing very well, and he's on a piece of wood, and I have it in this vase with leca and sphagnumos, so I can put water in the sphagnumos. Now you can see that it's quite dry. In fact, today I have to water all my orchids. Here I have another huge Dendrobium. This is quite nice. This is quite a nice one. He lost many of the leaves during the winter, but he's growing these new canes. He should be potted upside down, hanging but I don't have the patience. Okay, now this bulbophyllum. He's a bulbophyllum lobbii. I had it with blooms. Now he's growing new growths and he looks quite happy. Dry, of course. As I said, today I had to water all my plants. This poor thing is a Nelly Eiler. I have no words to describe what's going on here. She's not very happy, but I think she's recovering. I hope she's recovering. Well, you can see accordion-shaped leaves. I didn't water her, so that's what happens. And I don't see any roots coming here, so I'm not very sure that she's going to recover. This is another Dendrobium. He's doing quite well. Same thing as the other. I have it in this vase with leca and moss, so I can just pour water inside and it wicks water on top. This is my nobile type. Well, they survive almost anything. This one I thought it was going to die. You can see that he's very dehydrated and very sad, but surprise, surprise, blooms. And more buds to come. So I'm going to take it down into the kitchen so I can enjoy the flowers. And here we have my last two Dendrobiums. This is an hibiki. He grew a new growth this year. And this is Hercoglossum. No, Amethystoglossum. Very sad, very neglected. I don't know what happens here. And here is one more orchid. This is a paphiopedilum. This is very happy. Let me try to show you the roots. Can you see the roots? Very long ones. I just watered it yesterday. He has very good roots and he has This is the new growth here. When I bought it, it had 3 growths, and in 1 year he grew this one, but I don't see flowers yet. Oh, this is a dead begonia. Poor thing. I just realized that I was forgetting some orchids. Now, here it is my Loddigesii that you already saw in maybe one video. She was hanging from the kitchen ceiling. Now she finished her blooms, and so I cut all the spikes and she's just sitting here. Of course I have to water her. Here I have a false, or she's huge but not doing anything. Here I have the twinkles that Insa gave me. They are still mounted on this log, terracotta log, but I'm not sure that it's going to work because the moss is staying too wet. So I'm keeping an eye on it, and let's see what happens. Here I have Cymbidium. He was of course going to die, but now I have 2 shoots, 2 new growths, and I hope he can recover. And what else? Here I have a twinkle. Well, actually I have 3 twinkles in this pot. He wasn't very happy, so I took him downstairs in this room together with the other houseplants that I have, and I think he's happy. And here I have my Dendrobium aggregatum. I had to cut him back a lot, but now he looks quite happy. The pseudoballs are quite shrinkled because I don't water him very much due to the winter temperatures. I hope he's going to give me flowers. And here is another Cymbidium. No flowers yet, but I have this new growth which is coming up quite good. And no more orchids in this room. Let's move to another room. Here I have 3 more phals. I keep them in a small terrarium, the famous IKEA one. They are growing, new roots, new leaves, and let's wait for the blooms. And now the orchids that are outside. Cymbidiums, huge Cymbidiums. They are in a west-facing porch. You can see buds here, but I don't think they are going to open because it's been too cold these last days. And 2 more Cymbidiums. Can you see the buds here? But as I said, I'm not sure they are going to bloom because, well, I got these Cymbidiums from a woman, quite an old lady, who gave them to me and said you can keep them outside and don't ever water them. Keep them away from frost, and that's what I'm doing. But you know, I think I should water them. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. And she said they are going to flower 2 in January and 2 in February. But I just see the buds, but no flowers.